Right, so we're just coming up to our first locks of the day. Oh dear. There's something in the canal, I think I know what it is. Oh no. Right, it was a cygnet with its head in the water for ages, to the point where I thought it had expired. It's moving now, but it wasn't, it was just... Anyway, wait. So yeah, first lock of the day. It's a staircase of 2, so it's quite simple. You need the lock that you drive into, the lock chamber that you drive into, to be full, and you need the chamber underneath it to be empty. So you take the water down with you. So a staircase of 2 is dead simple. When you've got a staircase of 3 or more, you need to just have a little think. So this is Bunbury staircase locks. There's only 2 of them, but it's a staircase lock nevertheless. So there's a single mirrors, they're so cool. So there's a single boater ahead. She's just gone through the lock and then asked if we were doing more of the locks today, so we said yes. So I think what I overheard was her saying that she'd moor up somewhere ahead and wait for us, because she's on a Todd doing the locks. So collectively there's 3 of us if we do it this way. So just waiting for this lock just to finish filling, and then Narrowboat Josh is coming in.
It's quite breezy here.
It's breezy. So just when you think you've got a plan, there's it changes slightly. There's another boat coming, so we've opened up the second gate. Just waiting for them to pop down. The only problem is they'll think this is really good for this lock, but of course they're going to get stuck behind ourselves and the solo boater ahead on the next one. But oh, that's lovely, the brick arching. Stalactites. See where the ropes from over the years have worn away at the metalwork, the bridge protectors. So we've got about half a mile between where the locks. What am I at? We've got about half a mile between where we are now and the next lock. So we're expecting to see the lady, the solo boater. I mean, it's in her gift. She wants to carry on going down the locks. That's up to her. But I think she said she'd rather share them. Plus, I suspect with the next 3, between the 3 locks, I can't imagine that if she had to wait half an hour for us, she isn't going to catch half an hour up by having extra help at the locks. So anyway, let's see. She might be there, she might not. If not, we'll just go through the locks with the hire boaters behind. Interesting chat with him in the lock about his plans to get his own boat, and having joined a syndicate and then that not quite working out. So always good to chat to people and find out what they're about.
We did just make it. They've just made the decision to let the water out. There's another boat waiting to come up, but we just came into view just in time and we waited, so it's good. Not quite sure what this little building is here. Little folly or something that they've had a use back in the day, I'm sure. And there's the hire boat we did the last locks with. How lovely are those little cottages there. Beautiful scene. Nice little mooring. Oh, they've got electricity as well. Thought it was a crocodile. That's mummy crocodile. And there's baby. It's quite a branch, that.
Oh yeah. Decent sized piece of kit, is that? Nice looking cottage. So we're going to have to watch out for this a bit when we set off. Jet is naturally going to get pulled towards that. All right, perfect.
I'll do the other one.
Right, so we weren't expecting this. There's a sign, Beeston Iron Lock, just up there, red sign, just saying actually come through here one at a time, although it's a double width lock, come through one at a time. So we just asked the lady we've just been through the other locks, is that right, because she's local. And she said, yeah, that is, which is a bit surprising. I thought she might have mentioned it before we got here. Apparently, something to do with the sides, the way they're angled. To get two boats in here, it is possible to get them stuck. And she said you can get, I don't know, stuck under the iron or something. We'll have to see what's here, particularly if you're over on the opposite side to us. So, being as careful as I can to be on the left-hand side. And then what we're going to do is, as soon as we're out of this lock, we're going to tie Josh up, come back up, and then we're going to get her through, because really this was her lock. And if we'd known that, this situation, then yeah, we would have let her have it first anyway. So oh, lovely. There you go, the other boat's just popping into the lock, as you might be able to see. And wait for the water. So it turns out from talking to that lady that the challenge with that lock is it isn't the little ledges, is it? The ribs in the iron sides. It's the fact that the sides taper in towards the bottom, don't they?
And apparently a few months ago a boat got stuck in there. He managed to right himself. Well, they've now got notices on the lock beams as well as that other side.
Good little mooring spot. So we must have had a breach here. Hence the new Armco and paving, actually. We've got paving. Oh, so is that Beeston Castle up there? Now then. We're hoping this is the last lock of the day. I think this is called Warton Lock or Warton's Lock or something like that. I want to get a bit more mileage in if we can. It's only lunchtime. That might be ever so slightly weather dependent. If it's going to absolutely hammer it down, we shall see. So, let's have a nosy. Let's have a nosy at what's what. Oh, lovely curvature to that bridge. Oh yeah. Gorgeous. It's a muddy day. Oh, yeah, is that Beeston Castle? We think so. Oh right, okay, so there's a bit of bit of flow off the bywash, so when we come out of the lock we're going to get pushed from right to left, so we need to know that, don't we? Be mindful of it. And this here, what have we got? Sandstone trail north and south. It's very peaceful around here, I've got to say. Very peaceful. Mind the hole, people. Intrepid explorers, they're off. Right, so the boat that we've come through with, she's off. Just going to Tanel Marina. So there must have been some lock gear here at some point, presumably some sort of ground paddle.
I didn't fancy those steps. Just how I am at the minute, no handrail and they're quite steep. So I thought I'd take what I thought was the easy route, but it's sort of all cobbly, but because it's under trees, it's quite slippery. So.
It's slippy as.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with that. It's all green and slimy as well.
Yeah.
Right,
Took my time and here I am.
Here you are.
No accidents.
Well, so far you're not on the boat yet. Right, we've currently got a gap, so in you get my angel. And she comes. Slip central. And just after the lock is a useful winding hole. You need to wind. Do it in a winding hole. Whoa, look at that feast that my angel's just brought out. Corned beef sandwich on seeded loaf, avocado, pickled onions and a pickled egg.
Nice and random.
But fabulous.
All things you like, though.
Lovely. Wind's picked up at this bit. I suspect the GoPro will dampen the sounds. But yeah. So Tanel Marina. Look at the wind coming up the marina, so I think we're going to get pushed around a little. Narrowboat line going in. Oh, what a windy day to do that. Fair play to her. Fair play. And everyone will be watching. It's just how it is. Sometimes they pretend they're not, but you can see the curtains twitch. You know they're watching. Agricultural services. You know you're pretty rural when you start seeing things like this. Old tractors. Bet these things cost a fortune. I mean, everything costs a lot of money these days, but I bet one of these is just stupid cash. Well, I suppose they pay you back, don't they? That's what they're there to do. Isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's an interesting layout. It's almost sort of Dutch barge, so you've got like a central cabin and then rear accommodation and forwards accommodation, but on a narrowboat. An unusual shaped hull as well. Interesting. Oh, look at Stumpy. We could get really good head height then. Sue's floating emporium. And there we go, see?
Oh, Morris.
Morris? And wheels?
No, you cannot.
No, you're not. Stumpy's friend? No words. Just pictures.
They go nice together, that brown and blue though, don't they? And the creamy colour. colours go nice together.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, that's funny looking.
It's like some welding, isn't it?
Thing.
Barbecue setup and then mirrors in the field above or beyond.
All this looks nice.
Bet you get some wind here though, some weather when it comes whipping off this field to the left. You know about it. These guys are ready for the winter. Good choice of coal, that. Excel.
That's what we get.
Yeah. What we use. It's very good. God, I feel like we've been going for ages now. I suppose we can check the footage back. It must have been going, what does it feel like? At least half an hour.
Past the boats, yeah.
Still, and not at the end of them. Still going. It's keen, isn't it? When do you think the last time we saw a wide beam was?
Oh yeah.
There's one.
Yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it? Right, finally. We have freedom. The last boat. Narrowboat Rebecca. And in front of us, open canal.
It's more than a mile and a half, and less than 2 miles. It's a bit difficult to gauge exactly because I can see where we started.
Oh, that is monstrous.
It's the longest stretch we've seen.
Well, anyway, so far. Anyway, thankfully, it's over. Just hope this rain cloud doesn't get us. Nice little setup, actually. What are we doing on that?
Ah. That's funny. Look at all the room.
There's loads of it. There's golfing going on. What? That's a good few golf balls and these reeds and russes here.
Do you have to be posh to play that?
No,
Do you have to be rich to play that?
no. Lovely moors. Just chilling, waiting for the rain. So we're entering Waverton. I assume it's called Waverton and not Waverton, because that might sound weird. These guys have a water garage. I actually think it's Venice. Yeah. You can just tell. Frankly, you can. Yeah, nice.
Keep picking which I like, which garden I like the best, and then going, oh no, I like that one better. They're all just lovely.
Tree's different, isn't it? All these guys just chilling. Oh my word. Look at that. Look at that.
Yes, please. Oh, that was beautiful.
Oh. Dear, oh dear.
Oh my word, yes. Oh yes, that's quite nice as well, isn't it?
Turns out mooring in Christleton isn't quite as easy as we expected. We're struggling for mooring spots that are any good. There's bits and pieces back up there, but they all feel a bit grim and uninviting. So, rightly or wrongly, we're going to do another lock, and then the plan is there's two narrow boats in the pound between this and the next lock. And we're going to try and moor in front of them. So, didn't really want to do another lock. Sue's pretty tired, but then she won't just sit in the boat and let me do the lock. So there you go. So I'm going to do one more, hopefully. Right, so that's Josh moored up for the evening. It's not our normal spot. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it so far that we can see. Nothing fundamental. We're near other boats. We've got more boats on one side. These are sort of long term. Not sure whether anyone actually stays on these. And then behind us, got a couple of boats that look like they're at least staying for the evening. So yeah, it seems pleasant enough. There's a little bit of road noise. I think there must be a motorway nearby. We'll have a look at the map. I've just done an oil change on Josh. Yeah, he needed some fresh oil. I thought I had more oil on board, but turns out I've been using it for top-ups. So took 4 litres out of him. I haven't changed the oil filter this time because I only found 4 litres of oil on the boat, and he's 4.5, 4.6 with the filter. So I thought, leave the filter on this time, but I wanted to get the oil changed. It makes you feel better, and I got a really good deal on the Wilko mineral oil the last time I bought some. Unfortunately, don't think I'm going to be buying any more oil from Bargainous oil from Wilko anymore, am I? But I'm cooking tonight. We're having pizza. Let's hope I don't manage to burn it, which actually is quite easy to do because we've got a gas oven, and gas ovens are really difficult to control. So normally you go, how do you burn pizza? It's entirely easy to do, entirely possible. We're not quite sure what sort of night we're going to be in for. Sue's just mentioned the fact that she's looked at the weather forecast, and it's supposed to chuck it down all night, and we've got pretty strong winds, so yeah, we might be in for a slightly rough one. On slightly stranger news, keep hearing a train, but we can't see a train line, and it turns out we've moored right over it, so it must go through a tunnel underneath the canal. So that, can you hear now? Oh no, that's a boat. Alright, scratch that's a boat. You think I'd know the difference? Pardon? An Airedale? Oh, the dog. Cutie. Anyway, so yeah, we keep getting the trains coming under the boat. A bit weird. Weren't expecting that. So anyway, we'll let you know in the morning whether between the weather and the trains it's a problem or not.